Hello, everybody. Many of you made it back from yesterday, so you liked what you saw. That's great. So before we start, I want to remind everybody that at Tanium, we believe in an integrated approach to security, operations, and risk. One pane of glass for visibility, control, investigation, and remediation. A suite that delivers simplicity, efficiency, and consolidation. And key to our value is our partnerships. At Tanium, we are and will continue to be focused on delivering the integrations you need to stay ahead in your estate and ahead of the challenges. We added many innovations over the past 12 months, including our integration with ScreenMeet. And investments will continue in 2023. We plan to expand our integration capabilities with the graph playing a central role. You will be able to get the data, the assets, the information, the relationships from the graph and contribute to the Tanium graph through a consistent set of APIs. We also will allow you to create automations and playbooks and end-to-end workflows that integrate with the way you operate. But now I want to go into the details of a very, very special partnership. Microsoft and Tanium working together to transform the way you manage and secure your entire IT estate. Today, many IT environments are unnecessarily complex, with too many tools that are not working well together. When you put Microsoft and Tanium together, you simplify and consolidate your environment, reduce your costs, and increase your ROI. Our two platforms extend each other and amplify each other very naturally. We integrated Tanium with Microsoft Sentinel. In Microsoft Sentinel, you see the real-time data from Tanium. And when you want to take action from Sentinel, that action gets executed directly through Tanium. We also brought Tanium's leading real-time visibility into Azure AD, Zero Trust, so you can have leading conditional access for your devices. And all these are available right now for early adopters. As we look into the future, we want to continue on the integration path, especially with Microsoft Intune and Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. Let me introduce Chris, who's going to come and demo these innovations for you. Chris?
Thank you, Nick. I want to show 3 related demos today. I'm going to start with a company that's using Tanium data combined with Azure's Active Directory to enforce a zero trust policy. That's the compliance piece. Then we're going to switch over to the security setting of that same company that then uses, as Nick just mentioned, our integration and data and actions with Microsoft Sentinel. And lastly, I'm going to come full circle back to the end user for an operations use case where we provide live help desk support using Tanium and ScreenMeet technology. We're going to start with our integration with Azure AD, where we define and enforce a zero trust policy. We're going to start inside the Tanium console. We start with a simple way of defining what a high-risk user is. To do so, we simply create or use an existing computer group, much like you've been familiar with over the last couple of years. In today's example, let's use one I pre-created that finds computers with Chrome browsers out of date for more than 30 days. The moment I do that, I now see those users inside of our audit log. Let's switch over now to Microsoft Azure AD. This is Microsoft's latest identity and access management solution. And here we can see the data provided from Tanium in real time. We're going to look at the risky user homepage, where we can see the status of all of our domain users. And we can see here that we've dynamically determined that endpoint from the previous audit log and flagged that user as high risk. But what does Microsoft actually do with this information? What you can see here is I've actually set up a conditional access policy such that the moment that the user risk raises too high, we now block access to sensitive applications. Great. The most important applications are now protected from this non-compliant user with a very simple out-of-the-box integration with Tanium and Azure AD. I want to pivot now to what happens on the security side of things. We're going to talk about the integration with Microsoft's latest security information and event management solution called Sentinel. Picking up actually exactly where we just left off 5 seconds ago, the most important applications are now protected from this non-compliant user. But there's still work left to do. In parallel to the zero trust enforcement policy being done behind the scenes by Tanium and Azure AD, Sentinel also receives an alert that a risky user login attempt was made. The Security Operations Center receives that alert and sees from the enriched Tanium data that the computer belongs actually to a group of computers that have highly privileged access to IT assets. And they can see that using the Tanium enriched data that they can either ask for on demand or pre-populate in advance. They've decided in this case that the risk is just too high to wait for that endpoint to be patched in the next upcoming patch cycle. The SOC wants to act now, and they can access the power of Tanium without ever leaving the Sentinel console. I'm showing here how the SOC triggers a remediation using a Tanium playbook to update that non-compliant browser immediately, directly in Sentinel. Great, mission accomplished. We've protected our assets. We've created an out-of-band remediation with the power of Tanium within seconds. But wait, the operations team just receives a notification from that actioned user. They opened up a ticket claiming that the pushed Chrome browser update that was sent to their browser deleted all their bookmarks, and now they can't be productive for the rest of the day. So let's go back to Tanium. Instead of trying to explain to this user back and forth over text or email that they just need to re-log in back into Chrome to see those bookmarks, we decide to just show them. And we're going to do that by finding their device inside of Tanium and launching a screen share session in seconds, powered by ScreenMeet. What you see here is I've just sent a screen share request over to that endpoint. And what you see on the screen now is that endpoint screen, just like the user sees it. They now receive a prompt that we're here to assist them virtually and get them back to productivity. In seconds, we're showing them with our own mouse and keyboard how to restore their bookmarks in Chrome. These 3 short demos are actually just the tip of the iceberg of all of our partner integrations. Tanium continues to invest in Converge endpoint management, not just in our own platform, but also by tightly integrating with our partners across compliance, security, and operations use cases that you saw today. Be sure to check out all of our partner booths to learn more while you're still here at Converge. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris. It is really awesome to see Tanium and Microsoft and ScreenMeet working together in a real use case. I have one more topic that is very dear to me, Tanium Client. Our client is the heart of our distributed platform. It is the key component that harvests the information from the endpoints, performs the actions needed, and also ultimately keeps the endpoint running smoothly and secure. And the agent's impact on the endpoint performance is critical. We heard it loud and clear from you. So we redesigned our client architecture to improve the performance and reduce the footprint. And the improvements achieved so far are nothing short of amazing. We already migrated our existing functionalities to this platform and will continue to do so over the next 12 months. And as our suite continues to grow, the demands on our client will not diminish. Yet, we expect the client's performance and footprint to continue to get better and better. This is an amazing feat by our very talented engineering team. I hope that what you saw today and yesterday is as exciting to you as it is for me. our converged endpoint management suite is ready to simplify and consolidate your operations, improve your ROI, and reduce your costs. We have the team, the talent, the vision, and the determination to do it. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of the conference.